Good evening, my friend, and welcome to your guided sleep story. Tonight, I will be the voice that accompanies you as you drift gently into sleep. This story will carry us to a quiet place by the sea, far from the noise of the world, where only a few gentle souls are awake tonight, keeping watch over the dark water. After the story ends, the soft sounds and music will continue to play, keeping you company through the night, so you don't need to do anything at all. You can simply rest and let it carry you. If you'd like the video to end sooner, you can set a sleep timer in your YouTube settings and make sure to disable autoplay so nothing disturbs your rest later on. And if these journeys bring you comfort, subscribing to the channel is the kindest way to say thank you, though of course, there is no need to think about that now. For the next hour, there is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, no one you need to answer to. This is simply your time. Time to rest. Time to let go. Time to be exactly where you are, comfortable and warm, while my voice keeps you gentle company. Now, make yourself comfortable. Take whatever time you need. Adjust your pillow. Pull the blanket a little closer around you. Let your body find exactly the position it wants to rest in tonight. And whenever you're ready, you can gently close your eyes. Notice your resting body, how comfortably warm and heavy it already feels right now, without you needing to do anything at all. Breathe in and out, naturally, at your own gentle pace. Feel your chest rise and fall. Feel your shoulders sink a little further into whatever is beneath you. With every breath in, calming energy flows quietly into your body. And with every breath out, you let go of a little more of everything that no longer serves you tonight. There is nowhere to rush to. There is nothing to solve. Just this breath, and the next, and the next. Notice how, with each cycle, your body seems to grow a little heavier, a little softer, a little more willing to simply rest. This is the beginning of a long, slow unwinding. Like a boat quietly settling at anchor, rocking gently, safe in a sheltered harbor for the night. Let go of everything that has burdened you today. Whatever happened, whatever was said, whatever weighed on your mind, you can set it down now, gently, the way you might set down a heavy bag after a long walk. This is your time now. Feel the security and the warmth around you, like a soft shelter built just for you tonight, exactly as you need it. Perhaps you feel a quiet gratitude. Maybe there was one small moment today that was good, even if you almost didn't notice it at the time. A kind word, a warm drink, a moment of stillness. Even if it is only the quiet gratitude of being here now, safe, resting, listening to this voice in the dark. Enjoy the peace and the relaxation, however it comes to you tonight. Sometimes it arrives quickly, like a wave rolling gently onto the shore. Sometimes it takes a little longer, drifting in slowly, the way fog rolls over dark water. Don't force anything. There is no correct way to do this. There is no hurry at all. Only the soft, unhurried rhythm of your own breathing, carrying you exactly where you need to go. Imagine that everything around you softens now, dissolving into a gentle mist, like sea fog rolling slowly over calm water. As if you were resting on a soft cloud, carried weightlessly and gently through the night, with nothing beneath you but warmth and air. Completely sheltered, full of lightness, you can simply be, without effort, without thought. Notice how your muscles loosen more and more, how your legs feel heavier, how your back settles into a pleasant, natural curve, exactly where it wants to rest. With each breath, you sink a little deeper and deeper still, letting go of everything, layer by layer. The way the tide slowly, patiently smooths every mark from the sand. There is nothing left to hold on to now, only softness, only quiet, only the gentle, distant sound of water somewhere far below you. And now, my friend, it's time for your sleep story, a story about the sea at night and the quiet people who watch over it while the rest of the world sleeps. Tonight, we travel to a lonely stretch of coastline where dark cliffs rise above an endless, calm black sea. It is deep in the night. The waves roll slowly against the rocks below, again and again, patient and unhurried, the way they have for longer than anyone can remember. There are no ships on the horizon tonight, no lights from passing boats, only the vast, quiet darkness of the water meeting the vast, quiet darkness of the sky. And standing at the very edge of the cliffs, tall and steady, is an old white lighthouse. Its great lamp turns slowly at the top of the tower, sweeping its warm golden beam out across the water again and again, in a rhythm as old and as calm as the sea itself. Sweep and pause. Sweep and pause. Somewhere far below, a small harbor town sleeps peacefully in the shelter of the bay, its stone houses dark, its narrow streets silent. But up in the lighthouse, and down along the quiet shore, a few gentle souls are still awake tonight. Tonight, my friend, we will meet them. The first of them is Edward. Edward is the lighthouse keeper. He has tended this light for over 40 years, through every kind of storm, every kind of calm, every kind of quiet, ordinary night, just like this one. 6 nights a week, while the coast sleeps, Edward climbs the long spiral staircase to the lamp room, simply to be near the light, to make sure it keeps turning, keeps shining, keeps doing its quiet work of keeping sailors safe. He doesn't find it difficult or lonely. To him, this tower, standing alone above the sea, is the most peaceful place on earth. Edward's father was a lighthouse keeper too, on a different stretch of coast, many years ago. Edward remembers, as a boy, standing at the base of that tower, looking up, wondering what it must feel like to be the one who keeps the darkness from swallowing the ship's whole. Now he knows. It feels like a quiet kind of devotion, unseen by almost everyone, but deeply important all the same. Like a slow, steady heartbeat, keeping watch while the world rests. Tonight, as every night, Edward reaches the top of the tower and steps into the lamp room. The great lens sits before him, enormous, made of brass and cut glass, capturing the small flame of light at its center and throwing it out across the water in one long, powerful beam. He checks the mechanism, the way his hands know to do without thinking after so many years. He listens to the low, steady hum of the turning gears. Everything is exactly as it should be. Edward likes this hour best of all. He stands quietly beside the great turning lens, watching its golden beams sweep out over the dark water again and again, out towards the invisible horizon, out towards ships he cannot see but knows are somewhere out there, trusting this light to guide them safely home. He takes a slow, deep breath, in and out, in and out. He feels the cool night air drifting in through the small open window, carrying the smell of salt and distant rain. Nothing here is ever hurried. Everything here has time, as much time as the sea itself. Edward walks to the narrow balcony that circles the lamp room and steps outside into the cold night air. From up here, the whole dark world seems to open before him. The sea stretches out endlessly, black and silver under the faint starlight, its surface rolling in slow, gentle waves. He watches his own light sweep past, out over the water, circling the tower every few seconds, faithful and unwavering. Far below, the waves break softly against the rocks, a sound he has heard so many thousands of times that it has become, for him, the sound of peace itself. He thinks about all the sailors somewhere out on that vast, dark water tonight. Men and women he will never meet, who will glance up at this exact light and feel, just for a moment, a little less alone in the darkness. That is enough for Edward. That has always been enough. He loves this hour. It feels, in the quiet, cold air, as if the whole night belongs to him, and to the light, and to the endless, patient sea below. This lighthouse is more than 150 years old. It was built, stone by stone, by men who worked through freezing winters and violent storms, who understood, better than most, just how much a single point of light can matter in the darkness. Edward likes to think of those old builders sometimes, especially on quiet nights like this one. He imagines them hauling stone up the same cliffside path he walks every evening, placing each block carefully, patiently, knowing that what they built would need to stand against the sea for generations. In the lamp room, there is an old logbook, its leather cover worn soft with age, filled with the handwriting of every keeper who came before him. Storms survived, ships guided safely past the rocks. Quiet, uneventful nights, recorded simply as, "All is well." Edward adds his own quiet entry each night, in the same steady hand. "All is well." 3 small words, written again and again, decade after decade, keeper after keeper. He feels, in some quiet way, connected to all of them, bound together by nothing more than this one small, faithful light. But Edward is not the only one awake along this coast tonight. Down in the small harbor town, sheltered from the wind by the curve of the bay, one window still glows warmly in the old stone Coast Guard station. This is where Martha is awake. Martha is the night radio operator. She sits at an old wooden desk, wrapped in a warm knitted jumper, listening quietly to the soft static of the radio, ready to answer if any ship out there in the darkness should need her. Most nights, nothing happens at all. The radio simply hums its low, steady static, like the sound of the sea itself, distilled into electricity and quiet patience. Martha doesn't mind the silence. She finds something deeply calming about simply being ready, about knowing that if someone out there needed help, her voice would be the first thing they heard. She glances up, now and then, at the lighthouse beam sweeping across her window every few seconds, and feels a quiet, familiar comfort. Edward is up there. She is down here. Between them, this small stretch of dark water is being watched over, gently, all through the night. Martha has worked this night shift for almost 20 years. She likes to imagine the radio waves traveling invisibly through the dark air above the water, connecting her small stone room to distant fishing boats, to cargo ships passing far offshore, to other quiet stations up and down the coast, each with their own single glowing window in the night. Sometimes, late in the evening, she exchanges a few quiet words with Edward over the radio. Simple, practical words about the weather, about the calm state of the sea tonight, about nothing important at all. But she treasures these small exchanges. Two voices checking in with each other across the dark water, simply to say, "I am here. All is well. You are not alone tonight." Between these brief conversations, Martha reads or knits, or simply sits and listens to the gentle static, letting her mind wander slowly, the way the sea itself seems to wander beneath the moon. She thinks that there is something deeply peaceful about being useful in the quietest possible way. Ready, patient, and calm, like a lighthouse of her own, though hers shines through sound instead of light. Tonight, as the clock on the wall quietly ticks past midnight, the radio crackles softly and Edward's calm voice comes through, faint and warm beneath the static. "All quiet up here, Martha. Sea's calm tonight." Martha smiles and picks up the receiver. "All quiet down here too. Not a single light on the water." A short pause follows. Comfortable, familiar, the kind of silence that only exists between two people who trust each other completely. "Good night then," Edward says softly. "Good night, Edward," Martha replies, and sets the receiver down gently. She glances up at the lighthouse beam sweeping past her window once more, and feels, as she always does after these small exchanges, a quiet warmth settle over her, like a blanket pulled a little closer. Up in the lamp room, Edward returns to his slow, steady watch, comforted in turn by the sound of Martha's voice, however brief. Two small lights in two small rooms, keeping each other gentle company across the dark water. Neither one truly alone, though both are, in their own quiet way, watching the night entirely by themselves. Down at the base of the lighthouse, where the rocks meet the restless edge of the sea, an old gray seal has come to rest for the night, just as she has done for years. The local fishermen call her Pearl, though no one quite remembers why. She hauls herself slowly out of the cold water and settles onto her favorite flat rock, worn smooth by decades of tides and, perhaps, decades of seals resting in exactly this spot. Pearl doesn't mind the lighthouse beam sweeping over her every few seconds. If anything, she seems to find it comforting, the way it returns again and again, faithful and unchanging. She tucks her head down against her body and lets out a long, slow breath, the kind that sounds almost like a sigh of pure contentment. Edward has watched Pearl from the balcony many times over the years. He likes to think that she, too, is a kind of keeper, watching over her own small patch of rock and water, night after night, asking nothing from anyone, simply choosing, quietly, to be exactly where she is. Further out on the dark water, a small wooden fishing boat moves slowly homeward, its single lantern glowing warmly at the bow. This is Henrik's boat. Henrik has fished these waters for nearly 50 years, and tonight, as on so many nights before, he is returning later than planned, his nets heavier than expected. his old engine humming steadily beneath his feet. He stands at the wheel, wrapped in his heavy oilskin coat, watching the darkness ahead with the calm patience of a man who has made this same journey home 1,000 times before. He isn't worried. He has the stars when the clouds allow it. He has the gentle, familiar swell of these waters, which he could probably navigate blind if it ever came to that. And most of all, he has the lighthouse. Every few seconds, its warm, golden beam sweeps across the dark water ahead of him, a steady, faithful marker showing him exactly where the rocks lie, exactly where safety waits. Henrik has never once, in 50 years, felt truly lost out here. Not with that light quietly doing its work, night after night, for him and for every other sailor on this stretch of sea. Henrik guides his small boat steadily through the calm water, following the familiar rhythm of the lighthouse beam. Sweep and pause. Sweep and pause. He knows this coastline the way he knows the lines on his own weathered hands. Every rock, every current, every quiet cove where the water runs deep and safe. Tonight the sea is unusually still, barely a ripple disturbing its dark surface, as if the whole ocean too has settled down to rest. Henrik allows himself a rare moment of stillness at the wheel, simply breathing in the cold, salt air, listening to the soft creak of the old wooden hull, the gentle slap of water against the sides of the boat. He thinks of his wife, waiting for him at home with a warm meal keeping slowly on the stove, as she has every night for over 40 years. He thinks of Edward, up in that tall white tower, faithfully turning his light for him, as he has done for as long as Henrik can remember. He feels, in this quiet moment, a deep and simple gratitude for the sea that has fed his family for generations, and for the small, steady light that always, always brings him safely home. Hour after hour drifts slowly by, soft as the rolling waves below the cliffs. The clouds part gently overhead, and the stars emerge one by one, scattering their quiet light across the vast, dark water. Up in the lamp room, Edward continues his steady watch, the great lens turning, faithful as ever. Down in her small stone station, Martha listens to the gentle hum of the radio, her knitting needles clicking softly in the warm lamplight. Out on the water, Henrik's small boat draws steadily closer to the safety of the harbor, guided always by that one patient beam of light. And at the base of the tower, Pearl sleeps deeply on her smooth rock, rising and falling gently with each slow breath, untouched by the passing hours. The whole coastline seems to breathe together in this deep, quiet hour of the night. The sea, the stars, the light, the watchers, and the sleepers, all moving in the same slow, unhurried rhythm. Nothing here needs to hurry. Nothing here needs to change. There is only the patient turning of the light, the patient rolling of the waves, and the patient, gentle passing of the night. Slowly, very slowly, the deepest hour of the night begins to soften into something else. The black sky far out over the water begins, almost imperceptibly, to lighten at its very edge, turning from pure black into the deepest, quietest shade of blue. The stars begin to fade, one by one, the way a room slowly grows brighter when a lamp is turned down rather than off. Henrik's boat finally reaches the calm waters of the harbor, and he cuts the engine, letting the boat drift the last gentle distance to the dock in near silence. Up in the lighthouse, Edward notices the same soft change in the sky and allows himself, at last, a small, satisfied breath. Another night's watch is nearly complete. Down in her station, Martha notices the clock on the wall and smiles quietly to herself. Her long shift, too, is almost done. Even Pearl stirs slightly on her rock, lifting her head for a moment towards the lightening sky before settling back down for a few more minutes of rest. The whole coastline seems to sense it, the quiet, unmistakable turning point between night and morning, when the world exhales one long, slow breath before waking. Edward climbs down the long spiral staircase one final time and steps outside into the cool morning air. He walks slowly along the cliff path towards the small harbor, as he does every morning after his watch. Henrik is already there, tying up his boat at the dock, and he raises a tired but warm hand in greeting. A few minutes later, Martha steps out of the Coast Guard station, wrapping her coat a little tighter against the morning chill, and makes her way down to join them. The three of them stand together for a few quiet moments on the old wooden dock, watching the sky slowly turn from deep blue to the softest shade of gray gold. Few words are needed between them. They have shared this quiet ritual more mornings than any of them could count. Henrik hands them each a small fish from his catch, as he always does. A simple, wordless thank you for the light and the voice that guided him home once again. And somewhere behind them, up on the cliff, the great lamp finally slows and gently, gently goes dark for the day, its faithful work complete until tonight. Soon, all of our friends are resting deeply, warm and safe. Edward climbs into his bed in the small cottage beside the lighthouse and falls asleep almost instantly, lulled, as always, by the distant, familiar sound of waves against the rocks below. Henrik returns home to his waiting wife, eats a warm breakfast, and then sleeps soundly through the bright morning hours, his hands finally still after a long night's work. Martha finishes her shift, walks the short distance home along the quiet harbor road, and sinks gratefully into her own soft bed, the gentle hum of the radio still echoing faintly in her tired, peaceful mind. Down on her smooth rock, Pearl remains exactly where she is, sleeping on undisturbed, warmed now by the first soft rays of morning sun. And now, my friend, it is time for you to sink into your own peaceful and restful sleep. Your body works powerfully and reliably. You can let go of my words now. Drift off, dream, and sleep. You are safe and secure, exactly like this small, quiet coastline, watched over all through the night, and now finally, gently, at rest. Your body heals, regenerates, strengthens with every quiet breath you take. Your mind rests deeply and completely, the way the sea itself seems to rest in the hour just before dawn. Everything rests in the depths of the night. Everything is good, and you feel good. Perhaps you feel a gentle tingling in your hands or feet, or a pleasant, sinking heaviness, like a small boat settling gently at anchor. It helps you to switch off completely, to let go of every remaining thought, and to wake up tomorrow refreshed and full of quiet strength. Exactly as this coastline wakes fresh and calm every single morning, no matter how dark the night before. Sleep deeply and soundly, my friend. You have earned this rest. And while you may drift now into wonderful, peaceful dreams, your subconscious will gently take in the following affirmations, carrying you even deeper into sleep with every quiet repetition. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping